Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen und hallo zu einem weiteren Part Let's Play Fake Grand Order. Ich bin Mr. Muffix. Wir sind immer noch im CEO-Event. Und nun geht es auf zur nächsten Etappe. Wir haben beim letzten Mal hier Artemis getroffen. Und dieser hat uns gesagt, dass trotzdem, dass ihr Tempel ist, sie nicht der Grund ist hinter den Ereignissen. Und nun müssen wir wohl herausfinden, was wirklich hier dahinter steckt. Im Safe Amazonas .com CEO Crisis 2022 Event. The Horror Corporates by Sneaks In. Probably. Oh nein! Ein Spion? Wer könnte es auf uns abgesehen haben? Hey, hey! Oh, if it isn't the president of Secret Assassin Inc. Do you have any report to me? Something like that, yeah? Well then. You may not have an appointment, but I will hear you out anyway. A good CEO knows how to be flexible with her schedule, even in the middle of an intense crunch time. The thing is, we can't find anything, not one single solitary thing. What button? But it's not like we're slacking off. We did our job to our best of our ability. So I think the fact that we couldn't find anything might just seem something, if you know what I mean. What do you mean? Well, one thing now I can say for sure is that whoever's behind this isn't from the Servantverse. And while I'm at it, here's a little bonus info. You know this weird place where now? I think it's called the Singularity anyway. We know for a fact that it showed up right at the same time your employees went missing. That doesn't make any sense. If that's true, why did we only see it after we'd handled the delivery backlog? I knew it. It might not seem like it meshed, but it actually does make sense. This was just the information needed to solidify the hypothesis I've been mulling over. Now I know for sure that there's only one possibility answer as to who could be behind all this. So who is it then? Well, since I expected they'll be showing up soon anyway, I don't see any need to beat around the bush, home style. If the mastermind isn't from Amazonas CEO's universe, they'd have to be from Chaldea. Who? That also explains why we didn't see the Singularity sooner, because there are someone helping them tampered with our observation equipment. It's not an easy thing to do by any means, but it's definitely possible if it was an inside job. That said, there aren't many people capable of pulling the wool over my eyes, even from only temporary. To pull that off, they'd need to have top-notch intelligence, resourcefulness, and deceivedness. Someone like an expert practitioner, scholar, an inventor, or a clever general. Come on, give me a break. You know I'm supposed to show my face, not that you have hyped me up that much. Huh, Master? That's Hector in Paris. Although, based on the way Paris looking around, it seems he's as much in the dark as we are. What's going on? I've no idea what's happening, but I know it isn't what I expected when you told me to come with you. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to fill you in, didn't I? Basically, I've been on the enemy side all this time, like right from the start. I'm a verräter. Maziva? No way, really? Okay, in that case, I'd be glad to help you. You just want me to stand in Master's way here, right? Okay, I do my best. How can you get on board with just like that? I'm still not sure what's going on here. But if this is what Big Brother decided, he must have a good reason for it. He always makes the right decision about everything, so I'm sure it's no different here. He kept Troy safe for all these years. After all, I have every faith in his judgment. So if this is brother, I'll go along with the judgment now and ask him why he's doing this later. Man, that's something I need to said being a little too understanding. Not that I don't appreciate it. What's going on, Hector? Why are you doing this? You were a conspirator from the start, even when you went to the inspector election facilities. Sure was. And for why this old man's doing this, I don't think it's my place to tell. When you get right onto it, this is really just a personal issue for me. The boss isn't the CEO there. So, now, would it be better if I signed the package first? Or would I get more fired up if I refused to sign? Probably the later, right? You stink of Greek men. And what's worse, you're a traitor. A corporate spy. And no, I can promise you that business has nothing to do with this. Industrial spies have been a redeemable evil ever since the dawn of the galaxy. Their incredible ink and that stains healthy business enters everywhere. If left to their own devices, they will turn a company's focus from sound business practice to devious scheming. And no matter how advantageous these Amazonas may be in talks where my CEO Morningstar speaks louder than words, we cannot stand by and such a let a wonderful, barbaric and irrational post-apocalyptic and demonic landscape become the order of the day. Apart from the Freudian slip, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear we are in the lockstep. Such spies are terrible. Huh? What about my company's intelligence network? Haha, paid no mind. That's just marketing jargon. Yeah, and we're basically a shut around a slash marketer or something now. Man, I can already tell it's gonna be a huge pain getting Hector to talk, now that he made up his mind not to. I'm betting his lips are sealed just as tight as his guard. And we can't be sure he'll spill it our beans if we win. That said, we definitely won't get anywhere, if we don't even bother to fight. Maxie, you have my full permission to give him a talking to. He's clearly not coming. Here's hoping we all make it out relatively unscattered. At least I no longer have to need to hold back. Oculus! Oh boy, I'm really not looking forward to this, and hey, for what it's worth, I'm only doing this out of pity and obligation, and this old man does feel bad about stabbing you all in the back. Don't get me wrong, I'm still doing this, but my heart won't really be in it. Ready, Paris? I'm Hector of the Shining Helmet. We love to run here. If we're gonna do this thing, then let's do this thing. Leute, jetzt hat er gerade bei mir ein bisschen Sympathie aufgebaut nach unserem letzten Abenteuer hier. Und das tut er sich jetzt hier alles verderben, oder wie? Will er das wirklich? Naja, wenn er es für richtig hält. So, nehmen wir Scotty mit. So wie ich das gelesen habe, tut dieser Abschnitt keine Bond-Points verbrauchen, deswegen verlasse ich mich jetzt einfach. Keine Servants hier verletzen, deswegen, ich habe jetzt auch nicht mehr so viel Quest, was ich heute mache. Deswegen ist mir das wurscht und ich möchte hier einfach mal fett MP-Damage, was man noch nicht hätte, weil die kann auch die Bond C geben müssen, gell. Naja, ist also. Hallo? Hallo, Dankeschön. Fatal Battle, die Verräter Hector und Bodies. So, gib mir Kagetora-Karten. Nee, eine Buster-Karte, naja. Nett, das Wahre. Mir fällt gerade auf, wir hätten jetzt auch Raiko instant killen können, aber das wäre langweilig gewesen. So. Zack, zack, zack. Ist es echt mega dumm. Hätten wir eine blöde Arztkarte mit dir gezogen, man, das wäre so viel leichter alles geworden. Aber okay. So. Dann so. Und dann am Ende ein Bright Heap, Mann. Das sollte einmal ein bisschen Damage machen. Das ist Damage, meine guten Freunde, Mann. Crit, crit, crit. Sehr schön. Mit dem 2000er Heal habe ich jetzt echt nicht gerechnet, und der hat es mir jetzt richtig angetan. Okay, Leute. Solange wir uns nicht stunt, haben wir nächste Runde gewonnen. Was macht er jetzt schon wieder? Naja, wenn es ihm Spaß macht. 111 Schaden. Langsam müssen wir aufpassen, oder? Ja, jetzt geht's los, Mann, hier, aber richtig Kagetora-Style-mäßig. Bishamonto! Jetzt möchte ich aber ein bisschen Peter mit sehen, oder? Class Advantage. Neutral Damage, Mann! Jo, ganz in Ordnung, der Damage. Ganz in Ordnung. Und ich hoffe, das stimmt, dass hier die Servants, nicht, wie ich gelesen habe, genau bei diesem Abschnitt eben nicht K.O. gehen. Ansonsten haben wir ein kleines Problem, aber wir werden es gleich herausfinden. Und dann habe ich jetzt so viel gute Servants verschwendet. Aber nun gut, warte mal. Ich kann es hier eigentlich abchecken. Nee, ein paar Stunden. Ah, ihr seht, ich konnte Mercado nehmen, weil Mercado war eigentlich hier K.O. So, passt. Tun wir die Karte rein und dann machen wir weiter, liebe Leute. Finden wir raus, was der werte Hector hier wirklich vorhatte. I'm exhausted. I can't move another muscle. Man, she be packing a hell of a punch, but it's sad be dealing with such much unchecked power. Sure, there are ways to hang in there against if you have to, but they all hit diminishing returns real quick. I guess I could have tried setting a few traps, but I get a feeling she'd come smash clean through them. So hey, I think I've done more than enough to halt you and my hand by now. You win, we surrender. Third generation, you're a dead man. Hey, you guys think one of you could tell her we'll surrender before she ends up killing us? No. She might surrender, but they're still not gonna tell us anything, right? Well, no, I'm not. I promise I keep my mouth shut, and besides, I think it's better that way for you all too. Besides, you've only got 10 floors left, so you might well keep going to see yourself soon. Huh? So the master might be out of this is a woman then. Uh-oh. What? Why is no one saying anything? I'm guessing it's cause the pieces are starting to fall in place then. Hell, maybe that some especially sharp people managed to figure it out from the start. Well, good luck, as for me and my poor old knees and back have come out a while ago. Now I'm gonna give them some much needed rest. Well, part of me would like not more than to continue teaching this injustice, by the era of waste time is of the essence. So I will leave him to you, my subcontracts, to do with you as you wish. I don't care which of you gets him. Yeah, can I stab him, can I? I'd like to stick him in a facility where there's no space. I'd like to put him in a steaming hot room that'll really do number on his back. So I've got some kind of weak point targeting touch in mind for him. Brutal. He's all yours then. Yes, that's right. Our enemy deserves neither pity nor mercy. I'm glad to see you're starting to understand the harsh rigors of the business world. Just to make sure I'm reading between the lines correctly. You wanted me to make an appointment for him at the sauna, right? Alright, let us keep going. There are only 10 floors and 10 deliveries left to go before the sundown showdown with the depraved mastermind. That said, it is the final deliveries when exhaustion included accident are most likely to happen, so remain vigilant. Ich glaube immer noch, es ist so Kabehime. Guess nobody's coming to pick us up, huh? I just have to go do it myself. Whoop. I still can't move a centimeter, I'm sorry. Guess I just have to look after you then. Oh well, guess it's my fault you got mixed up in this, and hey, at least you're pretty light right now. A piggyback ride, yeah! It's been ages since you last gave me a piggyback ride, big brother. This is gonna be fun. Man, nothing ever gets you down for long, does it? You know, I do feel bad for you involving you in this, but you do realizing you're partly to blame too, right? Huh? What do you mean? Did I do something wrong? Nope, not at all. Then again, in another sense, you kind of did, even if you didn't realize. Then things just kept snowballing from there, and next thing you know, we're 3 story up this tower. Now that I think about it, minus the tower part, it's a lot like what happened with Troy. I guess you're just unlucky when it comes to this sort of thing. And the master, and don't worry about it, master can do it and handle it from here. And speaking of master, what do you say we take him up on this kind of got a nice hot bath? Sure thing. I can even wash your back again for the first time forever. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd never even thought we get a chance to do that again. I gotta say, there's some things really about being a certain Hector? Are you okay, Hector? Maybe it was a mistake to give my little bro a piggyback ride right after a tough battle. No, wait, I just realized I forgot to account for the sheep. Alright, brothers, this is as far as I go. Just leave me behind and go without me. Huh? No way, I'm not going anywhere without you. Would you just listen to me and Golem! Ihr werdet in den Sauna eingesperrt und kommt nie mehr raus. Oh, this is Master Golem. I think it's going to take us back to the facility. Master must have sent it to come to get us. Good grief. Well, thanks for going way out of your way to pick us up, pal. I appreciate it. If you don't mind carrying us, I'm happy to take you up on it. Just don't let you go out of the way back day. Ja, mehr als ihr eigentlich verdient habt. Okay, liebe Leute, dann würde ich sagen, haben wir das auch abgeschlossen. Damit machen wir noch 10 Lieferungen und dann sind wir schon hier am Ende angekommen. Und dann würde ich sagen, machen wir das hier. Wir werden hier nur einen kleinen Cut machen. Und dann geht es gleich weiter. Eine 6. C, was ich irgendwie ganz nett finde. Und dann geht es für euch gleich weiter. Ich mache nochmal die 10 Stöcke und dann bis... So, und wir sind wieder zurück. Nur eine kleine Pause für euch. Entschuldigung. Programm. Aber eine lange für mich. Nichtsdestotrotz sind wir wieder voll dabei und werden hier nun die letzte Lieferung abliefern. Und hoffentlich hier unser Abenteuer zu einem doch glücklichen Ende bringen. Und deswegen liefern wir jetzt das finale Paket ab. Und schauen mal, dass wir hier, herausfinden, wer hinter den Amazonendiebstählen ist. In safeamazons.com. Und es ist nicht Artemis untersteckt. At last. We have arrived. What's that sound? Wait, is that? Die Amazonen, die trainieren. 1998, 1999, 2000. Phew, this is tough. And we still have to do 10 more sets of morning star swings. I actually felt a dopamine kick in just now. I love working out. That's them, my employees. So they were here. And it looks like the woman over there training them is, yep, just like I thought. Was? Die normale Pizza Sailor. Okay. No resting, no talking, no laughing. A warrior has no need for such things. What a warrior needs is an indomitable spirit to keep moving her body, no matter what their circumstances. Failure to do so will surely result in your death. Do you want to live? Then keep moving. Yes, ma'am. Hold it right there. Is that the CEO? Monsieur, you finally came for us. So you're here. Huh? You look just like me, I see. You must be from this galaxy. Silence! I'm not you. And you and I are nothing alike. Yep, her rage is off the charts. Sure is. And I'm betting that rage is where this all was started. But sailor, would you mind telling us why you did all this? You mean you don't know? Oh, very well, I suppose that imposter there at last has the right to know what she has done before I obliterate her without my morning star. Me? An imposter? How dare you? I'm the one who only supersede in the entire galaxy. Let's just hear what she has to say for now, okay? I had heard the rumors of another version of myself who went about delivering packages, but I never gave her much thought at the time. I'm well aware that servants are raged and ill-defined beings. It is not unheard of the same hero to materialize as something entirely different if they should end up in a different class. So when I first heard there was another version of myself, I thought nothing more of it. At the time I thought it beneath my notice. But then one day, while I was out at my daily run... Huh? Is that? 24hourservice.com. Ah, wonderful. I've been counting the hours until your arrival. I do apologize for making you go so far off your way. I can't make purchases like that back at Chaldea. You see, thanks to a certain nosy detective was always on my case. Really, I don't know what he's so concerned about. The most one could do with a curiosity like this is play an amusement prank. No need to apologize, sir. This is where Amazonas.com offers the express shipping anywhere in the galaxy. Now if you would sign here, please. Yes, of course. I never thought it would be so quick and easy to pursue all the items I need for a harmless prank I came up with in the log. It seems there are truly all kinds in the servant world. I dare say the premium membership has been worth its weight in gold. Thank you. Not at all, sir. We look forward to the next door. At first I took no interest whatsoever. I just wrote off as another unusual event. It was only then that I noticed someone else had also been watching the interaction from the distance. Wow, so that's the delivery lady you've been talking about. She looks like Pentasela, doesn't she, Lotta Potter? Yeah, but well, I like her. There's just something cool about working women. It makes them really pretty too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Und wer ist dann schuld? Bardis. I'm positive he didn't mean any harm by it, but oh boy. Yep, he does have a knack for this kind of thing, unfortunately. So there's a real reason. If you're me, even if you are not strictly me, you must never ever do anything that would result in others calling us beautiful or pretty. So if you are, then you have fundamentally deviated from how you and I are supposed to be. Is that how that works? I guess this is just how berserkers think. That must mean this mail order business you are indulging in is wrong. I cannot allow it to continue. I realized you needed to remember your true way of life to regain your rigorous ambition. Is that why you are bugged by employees? Because they were the first obstacle in your way to reaching me? I'm the queen. I have a duty to Amazons anywhere to help them stay on the right path if they start stray, even if they are from a different galaxy. That is why I built the Temple of Artemis. It's the perfect place to retain them. It is a pattern after a godly domicile, our founder of the Temple of Artemis, built in our homeland. I figured as much. What do you mean? The original Temple of Artemis is best known as one of the 7 wonders of the world. Putting aside the fact that barely any piece of it is still left, of course. Echt? Die hängen in Gärten oder? Keine Ahnung. And as Pentasela alluded to, one of its legends was that the Amazons built it. That said, I have no idea if the runes we know of Turkey used to be the same temple she's talking about or not. Honestly, I have a hard time believing it was originally built to be this high. I mean, I do get the feeling there have been pictures and prose depicting the Temple of Artemis are stretching up to the clouds, but still. To be honest, I don't remember the temple my mother built very clearly. So I based this loosely of my impression on it and added a helping of my own original ideas. Still, this is what I ended up with then I stood before a holy grail I found and thought about how I wished for it to be strong and powerful, similar of we Amazons. So I'm sure this is mostly straightforward to the original, more or less. At any rate, the Amazons retaining is coming along nicely. There were so many complaints at first, but by now most of them have regained from Amazonian sense of purpose. What was that? What with you? It's not like that. We are still proud employees of Amazons.com. We do get that, but we've been put through a workout after workout. Our muscles are so overloaded all the time, they feel like they're going to burst. It's harder than anything I could have imagined, but then, when all seems to be at its darkest, you get an exhaustion high that makes you euphoric enough to make you think, maybe this isn't so bad. Really, when you think about the duration, why we're spending our time making deliveries. Sure, we might have got magic energy to keep us full, but it's not like we're earning much money. Maybe there's something to be said as working out, living to work out. Stop that! Snap out of it! Just as brainwashing speaking. Looks like the less than great way to treat your workers finally caught up to you. Foo. Never mind it now. You have a very twisted sense of servant resource management, getting your hooks into all my employees like this. Regardless, my real target was always you, Adami. My first goal was to teach you just how foolish this of yours truly is. Folly? You think this is folly? We Amazons are a terrible tribe of warriors. We Amazons are a tribe of warriors. Forget regular online shopping service. I asked Hector to help me in the quest even as I expected him to refuse, but to my surprise he accepted, nodding pleasantly with a strained expression on his face. The second part I can believe, but the first, really? Well, either way, I did agree to go along with. The first plan was simple. I figure you would regain your odd instinct if your company were to go under. So after I had secured your employees, I leaked information about the disappearance to those who bore a grudge to you. So you had to stand in the palm of your hand, did you? I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But I failed to foresee Chaldea, or rather, Master lending your aid. So I formed the second plan. Lure you in the temple and obstruct your way with physical obstacles. In order to make you remember your warrior spirit. But unfortunately, it would seem that this plan was a failure as well. So leave me no choice. I will simply have to end to you myself. Any self of mine who has forgotten her warrior's pride and allowed herself to be degraded as beautiful is a self who should never be allowed to exist. That holds true regardless of where in which galaxy she may be. I see, it seems you have a misunderstanding. What? You think I've forgotten my warrior's pride? What a joke. We are just as proud warriors as we have ever been. And at this point, my trustworthy companions here can tell you why this is said just as well as I can, now that they have walked the same path as me. His objective perspective will soon put an end to your preposterous proposition. Because delivering mail order is a fierce battle on its own right? Exactly. Overseeing, managing and facilitating a company is anything but straightforward. There's not one thing in the world of business that can be resolved by something as simple as two sets of muscle clashing. The Amazons put our lives on the line every day we go to the work. If we fail to follow our vision statement and claim victory in economic warfare, our kind will fall to ruin. All and more, so if you have a responsible sister with such great integrity and earnestness that it actually puts her in danger. Or our challenging sister who is physically strong but mentally weak. You have no idea what sort of battles I need to fight as a CEO, and you underestimated them as a peril. I'm not entirely sure what it is you're talking about. But I can't see now that you indeed have a warrior's resolve. In that case, there's nothing left to say. All that remains now is to use more traditional Amazonian methods of communication. I trust you know what I mean. Of course! From here on I will let my CEO Morningstar do all the talking. What kind of ridiculous name is that? That is just one more reason why you and I will never see eye to eye. I've had family quarrels between parents and children, or between siblings before, but I'm not sure if that term applies to a fight between two versions of the same person. Anyway, it is a pretty fundamental point of contention, so I doubt we can resolve it easily. But we can't just sit back and let them kill each other before we try. Do whatever you can to stop them, Maxi. Und wie bitte, Mann? Das sind kreischte Amazon-Ladies, Mann. Soll ich mich echt mit denen anlegen? Das kann irgendwie nicht gut enden. Aber okay, liebe Leute, ist halt so. Nun gut, wir können zumindest ein bisschen Rumspace erstellen und das alleine macht, ist doch immer großartig. Und dann hoffen wir mal, dass wir hier die wahnsinnigen Ladies hier wieder ein bisschen begrenzen können. Perfekt, perfekt, perfekt. So. Jetzt hoffentlich klappt das nur so, wie ich es mir vorstelle. Oh, das wird... doch, passt. Wo habe ich da gerade was nur bei 6000 bei dem letzten Gegner gelesen? Von wegen, zack. Sehr schön. So, jetzt kommt Bright Nummer 1 rein. Und was folgt noch Bright Nummer 1? Bright Nummer 2. Oh, die Musik ist schon wieder cool. Die ist das Shimosa, wenn ich das richtig in Erinnerung habe, oder? Naja, Sagata, keine Ahnung. Alter, nein, das ist sehr schlecht jetzt. Willst du mich gerade verarschen, dass ich keine einzige Space Star-Karte ziehe? Na geil, wisst ihr, was das nämlich heißt? Ja, hätte ich einen Sack gewechselt. Na egal. So, wechseln wir und hoffen einfach, dass wir gute Karten ziehen. So. So, ich hätte übrigens die andere C machen sollen. Fällt mir jetzt gerade mal so ganz schlau auf. Wir haben jetzt ja eigentlich Trace of Christmas, wäre jetzt die bessere CE gewesen, aber egal. Ich denke, unser Damage, den wir jetzt raushauen, wird auch nicht so schlecht sein. MP3 Space ist up to the max! Eden zurück, ah ja, decent Damage. Aber der Refund ist echt so mega schlecht, Mann. Wenn ihr mir überlegt, wir haben Double Bright und wir haben einfach 21% MP zurückbekommen, das ist schon echt nicht das Wahre. Und so, jetzt Angst haben, Mann, du würdest mir grimmig anschaust. Von wegen, Mann. So, Quick Up geht, passt, wir haben gewonnen. Also wir hätten auch so gewonnen. Big Space ist the Damage! Alter, Mann. Die Karte hat 120.000, Mann. Oh, Leute, Mann. Und das Geilste ist, nach dem Event ist hier endlich 2K Fu. Weil mir fehlen irgendwie noch 40 Punkte oder so. So, ich freue mich auf die Challenge Quest. Die Challenge Quest ist nämlich gegen 2 Pens. ihr seht, wie das dann läuft. Okay, liebe Leute. Da war das so ein erfolgreicher Kampf hier. Ich würde sagen, wir machen jetzt erstmal einen kleinen Cut. Und beim nächsten Mal werden wir hier dann das Event abschließen. Und dann schauen wir mal, was uns hier beim Grande Finale des CEO-Events erwartet. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Haut rein und auf Wiedersehen.